It's a haul, y'all. I got my order from American Science and Surplus, and I thought y'all would like to see what I got. So I'm going to just get to it and show you. I got, oh boy, what did I get? Okay, let's start with these. These are the clear sheet protector type things that I got. The negative holders come in a sheet like this. They've got 2 holes punched right there. There must have been some kind of some kind of thing like that, I guess. Anyway, there's 10 to a package, and they cost a whopping 75 cents. And, you know, they're made for 35 millimeter film negatives that you slip in these little do-wallies. I use them in my image binders to hold strips of tickets. You know, either ones that I've made or ephemera that I've collected. Anything tall and skinny, or long and skinny. You know, this is not going to work. These 2 holes are not going to work for your 3-ring binder. What I did is there's 2 sections here, and there's a just this blank spot down the middle. I cut it down the middle. Okay, it's clear, which means it's practically invisible. There we go. So now I've got 2. And then what I did, I've got my binder right here. I'm trying to move kind of quickly because I don't want this to go on for 30 minutes. You know it's going to. I don't know why I bother, because we know it's going to. I have good intentions. Okay, this is one of my big honkin' image binders I have shown before. This is where I keep all of my bits and images and magazine parts and pieces and cutouts and stuff. And I use different kinds of sheet protectors, you know, full sheet. I also use like those baseball card size, like this. These are great. And I like just to use a variety of sizes because, you know, these things that we collect come in a variety of sizes and shapes. So, with these long skinnies, here's what I did. Cut them in half, just like I showed you. Took my little hole puncher thing and punched 2 holes just to match up with 2 rings. That's all you need. Two holes will hold it secure. And then I put them in here. See, I've got these 2. These are just some long, skinny fabric embellishments that Juliana Beasley made for me. And this is a wine bottle that I cut out from a magazine a couple nights ago. So, you know, anything that shape, these are great for storing. 75 cents for 10. You heard that, right? Just want to make that clear. Alright, the second size that I got, these right here, let me get my receipt. They come, this is one, I ordered 1, and your quantity of 1 includes 2 packages. So, that is not what I'm looking at. Here it is. These are photo sleeves. There are 40 in each package. So you get 80 photo sleeves for $3.50. That ends up being about 4.5 cents a piece. Y'all, I did math for you, so you would know. So these are, you know, really good price. They, this looks like about a 4x6. Yeah, from the measurements of it, I would think they hold 4x6 photos or anything 4x6-ish. Just poke new holes in it. 2 holes. See, it just doesn't quite fit to poke all 3. That's okay. You only need 2. Here's mine right here. I just poked 2 holes in it so that it would fit nicely in my binder. And then it can hold, here's the little slot thing, anything that's 4x6 size or several little smaller things. And, oh, what's this? Oh, look. I almost forgot. When I got my order in from Sciplus, I got a personalized note from Jarvis himself. I'm not lying. Look, This is his personalized stationery because there he is. That's Jarvis. He is Mr. American Science and Surplus. I was just thrilled. Jarvis is like my BFF. We go way back. So I was so excited to get this card from him. Look what he did. He was like trying to be all crafty. And look, Jarvis thinks I'm awesome. That just tickles me pink, I have to say. So let's see what Jarvis has to say. I don't think he would mind if I read to you the personal note that he wrote to me. Shannon, my bae, what's up? You've been ghost, bro. I was so stoked to get your order. The feels, dough. Your last video was damp, girl. And that shout out? Gratitude. I feel you throwing shade about that international shipping thing. You're on fleek. We tried it a few years ago. My squad kept asking what country Canada's in. Epic fail, know mean? Cheer up, Turbo. I'll throw some swag your way. It's all good. Deuces, baby. Love, the Jarv man. He is just so sweet. And obviously, he's really young at heart. Okay. I know, too much time on my hands. You don't have to say it. I'm very much aware of that. Next thing I got, I'm just going to grab what's next in the box. Oh! Can you say impulse purchase? Okay, these are CD holders. They have a sticky thing and then holes where you can screw them onto your wall or stick it onto your wall or your whatever, and then you're supposed to, you know, like stand your little CD cases in there. I think that's the premise. I don't need that for CDs. What good is that to me? No, nothing. No, I don't need it. But here's why I bought them. The only reason why I bought them is because I can't find how much they were, but they were crazy cheap. 60 cents. They come 2 in a pack. It's 60 cents for a pack. Well, how can you not buy that and then try to figure out something to do with it later? Right? So that's kind of where I'm at. I bought 4 packs because it was 60 cents. And I know eventually I'm going to get inspired to do something fabulous with this. I haven't really chewed on it, you know, like I need to, but I have given it a little bit of thought. The only thing I can come up with so far, let me show you. And this is just a rough, you know, here's where I could go. You could use it to hang stuff, such as, you know, put it on your wall like this, and then I've got some of my stencils hanging from it, and these are not really ideal, but, you know, they're okay. These are those clips from IKEA. There are some, there's some on Amazon that I'm going to get that might actually work better. I don't know. But, you know, this was just tossing out ideas, seeing what I could do. It could hang like this, or it could hang, this is not really working, is it? How about like that? It could hang like that. You know? So you could hang your stencils, yeah? And then put them on the wall, and you could put them behind a door even. You know how sometimes behind a door there's no room at all. You know, you open the door and the handle hits the wall behind it. It's not really like you can store stuff back there. Well, you could line that wall with these suckers because, you know, they're not very wide. And then all your stencils could be not only organized and stored, but displayed. This is what I like. You can see what you've got without taking up space that you need for something else. Because, you know, that behind the door space is dead space. So those are just my preliminary thoughts. I don't know that that's what I'm going to do with this. I'm just saying that for 60 cents for 2 of them, there's possibilities. So I picked some up. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. Okay, everything I pull out, I'm going to say, I don't know why I got this. And that's the truth. I know, but I will use them. Okay, these I could see lots of uses for. These are plastic bottles, kind of squishy, And then they have the squirt tops that go on them. You know, they're not like super fine line. You know, it's not a substitute for one of those fine line bottles. But just for general, you know, keep your paint or ink or glue just to squirt and splat and have fun. I think this would be great. Let's cut this off and see. Oh, well, that's actually kind of a, boy, if you just cut it off even, that's a pretty small hole I'm getting right there. Now you can't see. I don't have autofocus thing, but you just have to trust me. That's a little hole. It's not, you know, fine line or little, but it's enough to where you can write with it with some paint or ink or something. So that's why I bought these, because I don't know, they're fine. And let's see, they were, is this it? Yes, $3.75 for a package of 12. That makes them about 31 cents each. They're 2 ounce. They're the size of a bottle of craft paint. You could just put some of your craft paints in here and go to town. So these are going to be fun. Alright. Oh, along the same lines of don't ask me why, I couldn't not buy these. Okay, these are little bottles or jars. I don't know. Oh, it's sealed. Okay. They are black, which I kind of considered a drawback because, you know, I'm always thinking, oh, paint. I'll put paint in there. Well, you can't see through black. But how big of a deal is that? It's not. You know, you take a little paint, you go, and there you go. You've got, you know what color paint it is. So, no big deal that they're black. They come in a package of 6 for $3.50, which makes them about 58 cents each. They have a screw top. They have a very cheesy brush applicator, which, you know, like I'm saying, I'm thinking you could mix your own colors of paints or inks and then use this little brush because it's fun. Or, I mean, I see this, I immediately think of rubber cement. You could make your own rubber cement. Okay, don't do that. That's really a bad idea. I'm just saying, that's what I think of when I see this setup. But you know, there's possibility. Your Mod Podge, okay, you're constantly washing out a paintbrush with Mod Podge on it, right? Well, look at this one. You just store it in there with the Mod Podge on it. It gets goopy up here, you peel it off, but you know, keep the brush down in the podge. And this has possibilities, is what I'm saying. And they're cheap, and they're awesome, and I'm excited about them, so I bought those. Now, okay, these, I'm going to have a whole separate video about these, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about what me and these little guys have been doing, because it's crazy. These are replacement spray caps for these delightful spray bottles. I got these bottles from Sciplus a while back. They're 2 ounce spray bottles. Mine are, most of them, I have just a few empties. Most of them are already filled with my own homemade spray inks and paints and dyes. They are excellent about not clogging. They, you know, 'cause clogging is part of it with any kind of these spray paints, especially the paint ones. They're going to clog. It happens. These are really good about not clogging, but on the occasion if one does clog, I have gone through the excruciating torture of disassembling one of these and cleaning it and unclogging it, and it's what you would call not fun and tedious and a big dang waste of time, and I'm not going to do that again because these caps are made to fit these bottles. By the way, these bottles are not there anymore, and I was very disappointed about that because they're awesome. But I did hear from Jarvis, who said stay tuned, because they get these bottles off and on. They just tend to sell out quickly. So I'm going to keep an eye out for them, and when they restock, I'm going to let everyone know that you need to go grab them while they've got them, because they are perfect. I can't remember how much they are. They're on a previous haul video, and I will, when I bought them, so look back to my last Sciplus haul video, I think, and then you can see how much they are. I've not been able to find any this size cheaper anywhere else, and they work great. So there you go. Replacement lids for them in case they get clogged. Plus, you can use these lids on some of your other commercially bought sprays. Now this is where the video is going to go into more detail when I do that video. This size is the exact same size as the caps on the Heidi Swap sprays. And this is my Heidi Swap white that I love. I used it like twice, and it clogged and like permanently. I disassembled it, I cleaned it out, I stuck the needle, you know, I did the whole thing, got it working again, but it irritated me, and now, you know, it gets clogged again. I'm going to toss this whole thing in the trash, put one of these on there, and I'm good to go. Perfect. So this will fit Heidi Swap. I don't buy these commercial sprays like this as a rule unless I find them on a clearance rack somewhere. So I can't tell you which brands this will fit. I do know that it'll fit the Heidi Swap because that's what I've got. I do know that it won't fit the Lindy Stamp Gang. I mean, you can see at a glance that the cap itself is much smaller. Now, Sciplus does have these in different sizes, so it's a possibility they could carry the size that will fit the Lindy Stamp Gang, the Delusions, and any other sprays that you have. I'm going to address that in that other video. So, anyway, that's caps. They're there. They're awesome. They make our whole spray inking experience much more pleasurable because, yeah, clogging is now a non-issue for me. Can you say that? Can you say that about your spray inks? I bet you can't, because it's an issue for everyone. So, yeah. Peace of mind for how much? How much do you pay for peace of mind? Okay, these pump spray caps were $2.95 for 10 of them. That makes them about 29.5 cents each. You know, I wouldn't mind throwing that in the trash if it gets clogged and sticking another one in, right? I'm willing to toss 29.5 cents in order to save myself 30 minutes from digging paint out of the tiny nozzle hole with a needle. I've done that. I'm crazy enough to have done that. Okay. Oh, next I got a rubber band ball, simply because I was out of rubber bands in my office. I needed rubber bands, and I love these rubber band balls. And let's see. Oh, yeah. I thought, surplus, they might come, you know, brittle. Nope, these are not brittle. These are good bands. How much was my rubber band ball? $2.95. How many bands are on here? Okay, $2.95 gets you 113 grams worth of rubber bands. This company must be under the impression that, you know, we all measure our rubber band needs in grams. I don't. I need 10 rubber bands, not 14 grams. This is not helpful. Okay, Jarvis, I want you to unband one of these rubber band balls, count the rubber bands, and then please let me know how many rubber bands are in the ball so that I can tell my viewers the price per band. Sorry. Because I want to know. I'm really curious about the price per band, but I can't figure that without unbanding my ball. And I am not a ball unbander. Let's move on. Next. I bought some But every time I look at these, you know what I think? These are strep throat swabs. There's this big old strep, you know, that's how they take the culture of your throat if you have strep throat. You get these. So you can get your strep throat swabs from Sciplus. They come in a quantity of 300. So you get 3 packs of 100. That's one order. And the price for that is $3.75. Okay, 300 for $3.75. Well, that's going to be like, what, I don't know, a penny each or something. I didn't do the math. I didn't feel it was necessary. I think that's good enough for you to be able to determine that, you know, these are nice and cheap. And I'm also going to use them probably for paint, because I'm already seeing, you know, not only if you're painting like an object, I'm thinking of this scroll work headboard that I'm considering painting. It's got all these intricate little nooks and crannies. Oh, wouldn't that be great for getting in there? But also just for dipping in a paint bottle and just doing this, just with some other kind of interesting, different applicator to use. And then, you know what you do? You let the paint dry on it, and then you get all of these, a big stack of these wonderfully painty Q-tip things, and you make them into a flower, just like Anthropologie. Did you see when Anthropologie did the big Q-tip displays? Oh my gosh, that's brilliant. I just now thought of that. I'm going to do that. You just watch. Anthropologie is going to wish they were me. Alright. Next, more bottles. This was like a bottle themed package. Okay, these I got, not, I mean, in my mind, was not really to use them decoratively. Okay, I've shown you my bottles. I'm not lacking little glass bottles. I have them out the wazoo, literally. But these have screw caps. Mine don't have screw caps. So, I needed these. These come in 2 sizes. They also come in bulk quantities, should you need them. They have a little screw cap on them. If you make your own, like essential oils or perfumes or hemlock or whatever, this would be perfect for storing that. And let's see how much these were. That's not the right bottle. See, that's why I'm having trouble finding things, because I bought several kinds of bottles and I'm not sure which is which. Here it is. No, that's not right. Here it is. $5.95 for 20 little bottles, which ends up being about 30 cents each. And my idea for these bottles is beads. I have some small quantities of some seed beads and some Swarovski bicones, you know those, that I'm going to put in here. I use those other little glass bottles for my stones. You know, I have those big printer's trays full of my rhinestones, but those are not beads. They don't have holes in them. Those are stones. So this beads, that's a whole different beast. One that I'm working on. I got a video going for that too. I have a lot of stuff going on. So these are a good deal and perfect for little beads or poisons as you see fit. Then we have, okay, these are household twine. You don't even have to be a crafter to need these, right? Let's see how much these were. Okay. This is twine, 1/16 inch medium weight, 200 feet, 1 inch spool. One order contains 3 spools of twine, and it's $3.50 for all 3. So that ends up being about $1.17 for 200 feet of twine, which is really great. I mean, obviously, you could use these for all of your twining needs. I actually have a plan for these, and I'm going to show you in a minute. You can do bookbinding with these. You know, it's cotton twine, it's strong. So I think it's cotton. Did I say cotton? I'm not even sure. Twine. Yeah, it feels like cotton. It's cotton. So there we go. And I'm going to show you one small project I have in my cat cat string. Oh, you need this. It's springtime, so there you go, cat string. So that's the twine. I got some of that. I got these little scissors. So I've already pulled one out to use. It comes in a 3-pack. These are scissors, 4 3/8 inch stainless steel surgical scissors, $4.95 for 3. They end up being $1.65 each. These are little, sharp, pointy. Oh, I'll put it next to my age spot so you can get a feel for the size. They're sharp, they're pointy, they're really good for cutting, you know, little tiny details out, and I used it the other day to just snip some little tiny sections. I was doing some fussy cutting. They are not comfortable to use. I have yet to try any of these little scissors like this that are really comfortable to use. They're just not. They hurt your fingers and your hands after a while. And, you know, that's just part of it. I don't do tons of this kind of detail fussy cutting, so it's not a big deal. But, you know, these, if you have hand issues and you need some teeny scissors, these are your hand issues are not going to appreciate you for these scissors. If you don't have hand issues and you need teeny scissors, these are super sharp, super pointy, and super cheap. So there you go. They work really well. And you've got 3. So when you lose this one, you've got this one, and then you can keep this one. You can give this one to your husband so that he can trim his body hair. Why did I go there? I don't know. I don't know.